Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, today we are going to be reviewing the primaries that took place in Nebraska on Tuesday. So, this is my kind of favorite primaries to review, despite being bigger. I wouldn't say bigger, but a lot of counties to review, and we're not going to review all of them. This obviously is going to be an interesting race, specifically because the Democratic primary race. It's not a big deal, but you'll see Joe Biden did really bad in Nebraska. And we're just going to do this one time, but we're going to go and stretch over to the Republican primaries and kind of compare that right now. Going back and forth, you'll see Joe Biden percentage and margin wise did very well. He better than Trump. He won 90% with 27 delegates. How compared to Donald Trump's 80.2% of delegates. I mean 2%, 80.2% of the margin. But when it comes to getting people out and voting, you'll see Joe Biden really had a hard time. You'll see he only got 78,732 people out and voting, and that's not good. Specifically because you have big cities like Lincoln and Omaha, and you'll see Joe Biden's best uh, performance was in, I want to believe, Douglas County. Honestly, I don't know for sure, but we can check the county results. But yeah, Douglas is in Lancaster seem to be the counties along with Sarpy County, which is, where's Sarpy County? Yeah, but they are the only. It seems like so far the only three counties that have voted in the 90% vote share. But let's see. Yeah, and I could personally say it's probably going to be Douglas County that Joe Biden's going to perform his best in. Yeah, Loup County is one county where he got to the 90%. Oh, actually, it's going to be Thomas County. Thomas County barely has anyone, but all 10 voters came out to vote for Joe Biden uh, tonight. Let's see. Not last night, couple nights ago, excuse me. Um, so yeah, I personally believe it's going to be one of these counties. That's Banner County that also voted 100% for Joe Biden. But then again, only four people. There's Thomas County, just above the county he did his worst in. A county voting for Dean Phillips 5-4. He did not do so well. And yeah, and it's not because Joe Biden lost the county. It's more that he lost a delegate. Come on. He lost a delegate. And as an incumbent president and running for re-election, you should be carrying every single delegate. Every single delegate in the primary. And it seems like Joe Biden seems to struggle doing that in these deep red states because you'll see in Oklahoma, Joe Biden had the same problem. Although, let's give Joe some credit. Let's see. He won all 40 pledged delegates. Zero delegate counts going for Marianne Williamson and Dean Phillips. But then again, Joe Biden should have carried a lot more being the incumbent president. Look at all these lighter counties. And I get that Oklahoma is a state where, you know what, there's not much people. I mean, there's definitely more people in Oklahoma than there are in Arkansas and the states of Kansas and Nebraska, so I definitely expect more. But you'll see, Cimarron County was one county that voted for for Dean Phillips. Same deal in Missouri. Missouri was actually a tie between Dean Phillips, well, this county right here, Dean Phillips and the uncommitted option. The uncommitted option got 3 delegates. This wasn't good, and I know, and plus, Joe Biden failed to expand the election in every county, failed to get people out and voting in these gray counties. Let's be honest. Donald Trump so far has got every county involved in the Republican primary. More enthusiasm. So it's quite honest here. So yes, not a good night for Joe Biden, despite having the margin being in his favor, 10 points in his favor. That really doesn't matter. Seeing that Donald Trump has won, let's see, Donald Trump has won 164,000 voters, making, of course, bringing all the counties in Nebraska to the polls, resulting it to being a dark red sweep for Trump. And if you talk about Wikipedia, I think Wikipedia will define it differently, because Wikipedia, as you should know, result uses the blue also for Donald Trump. But you'll see he does perform well. And yeah, he does whack. He does more better in rural Nebraska compared to like Douglas County and Lancaster County, the counties that hold Lincoln and Omaha. He tends to do better, and that's fine. We should expect that, and it's the pattern you'll see. But he still won those counties 70 to 80%. And we got to remember, yeah, there's going to be people, especially in this area right here. This area tends to have a lot of rhinos that think, you know what, we're just going to vote for Nikki Haley because we don't like this Donald Trump guy. And that's annoying, but you know what? It's a democracy. Other people are scaffing that Perry Johnson managed to perform his best in this state, 1.8%. I am unfamiliar if Perry received votes in the Iowa caucus. I'm sure he did, but quite honestly, he did his best in Nebraska. And honestly, he probably is from Nebraska. Let's see. I don't think he was from Nebraska. He was born in Dalton, Illinois. Well, what am I doing? Because we can look at the candidates. Perry Johnson, Michigan. Okay, he's not from Nebraska, so there. Coincidentally, he did his best in Nebraska. 95% of votes have been counted in so far. Yeah, it seems, once again, vote dump wise, Donald Trump does well in Omaha. That's where the population is. Oh, but you'll see very little people came out and vote for Donald Trump. Of course, well, I would disagree with that, because victory margin wise, Donald Trump carried these counties by 90%. Look at 90%. It's because, once again, Nebraska doesn't have much people in this area right here. Not much people. And it wouldn't really affect things other than that. So, yeah. So, a very interesting primary. Best night for Perry. despite jumping out of the game a long time ago. But let's see. Yeah, overall, I think it's just the fact that Donald Trump performed much better. There's many indicators why that's the case. More votes. All the delegates go for him. And of course, a sweep over, I would say, 70%, meaning that every county in Nebraska gets to be dark red. And for Joe Biden, he can't even get these counties at over 70%. That's concerning because every vote certainly counts. Every vote counts. And I know what I said in the Maryland primary. I guess it doesn't really matter because Maryland is a blue state. That's what the Democrats are going to say. And they can say that. Honestly, we know that Democrats can surrender to the fact that Nebraska can't be flipped, and let's just let let's praise them for admitting it. So I think they know that. That's why Nebraska is not a compatible state. Trump joining a rally in Nebraska would be foolish, but because the state is going to go for you regardless. I mean, he can campaign in the second district for that one electoral vote, but then again, it's just one electoral vote. I guess it's not really worth sending campaign money and ads to Omaha and its surrounding area just to get people out voting for that one vote. But then again, every vote matters, so that is something really to consider. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below, and as always, see you all in the next political episode.